Let's go. Let's go. Get up. Wake up this morning. Let's go. It's Thankful Thursday. We got somebody, got 2 people on. Ain't nobody gave me no love yet, though. 3. Let's go. Man, somebody give me some, where we go? Give me some love when you come in. Good morning. Okay, good morning, Lori. Good morning, Denisha. Let's go. Good morning, KP. Dude, I'm so proud of you right now. Good morning, Miss Nelson. Hey, Thankful Thursday. Thankful Thursday. Thankful Thursday. Good morning. Let's go. Let it rip. Let it rip, man. It's first thing in the morning, man. Let's go. What's wrong with y'all? Good morning, Jessica. Jessica, let it rip for me one time. Give me a crazy rip, Jessica, please. Come on, you give me 3 or 4? That ain't a crazy rip. I need a crazy rip from somebody. Tay Renee. Okay, there they go. Tay Renee, give me a crazy rip. Thankful Thursday. Oh, maybe those stars align. Shaky, give me a crazy rip. Tioka, give me a crazy one. Give me back. Somebody give me a crazy rip. Let's go this morning, man. Good morning, Shay Wilson. Welcome to the morning cup of coffee, man. It's Thankful Thursday. Let's go, man. Patrick, what's up this morning, brother? Show me some love when you come in, Patrick. There they go. There they go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Shout out to 10 Man Travis, man. Lead guitar player for the JR Coble band. Shout out to Jake, the drummer. Shout out to my best friend and my family member, Andrew, on the bass. Got a hot single coming to y'all, man. It's going down. Gwen, good morning. Show me some love when you come in, Gwen. Show me some love when you come in on that phone. Show me a couple hearts up there. A couple thumbs up there. Yeah. I keep my head. Listen. Oh, yeah. Keep your feet on the wine. Yeah, listen. It's gonna be all right. What's up, youngster? Show me some love when you come in, youngster. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, just a little bit longer and we'll see. Dion, what's up, bro? This is what I'm thinking, Dion. I'm thinking, just a little bit longer. Let it rip, Jake. Thankful Thursday. It is Thankful Thursday. It is Thankful Thursday. So I want everybody to get their phones prepared and get them in order. Everyone, not one single person be excluded from this. Everyone drop at least one thing in the chat for me, for yourselves, for God. How about that? One thing in the chat that you're thankful for on this early Thankful Thursday morning. Let's start that now. I'll start mine off by telling you, like the old people used to say in church. Well, first, I just want to thank God for my life, my health, and my strength. Lori says peace. Thankful Thursday. Keith said good health. I want to thank God for my life, my health, my strength, and for carrying me this far. Y'all remember how many of y'all? Miss Nelson says life. Kelly says her relationship with God. Good one, Kelly. Jessica says life. Yeah, welcome. Denisha says for waking up this morning. That was mine. Dion says family. He's thankful for his family. So is Miss Gwen Fisher. She's thankful for her family. Tioka's thankful for her life. Jessica said her son. Amen. Miss Shay Wilson says breath in her body. peace, and her family and her friends. Caden said life. Quentin, my boy Youngster, says that we out here. Amen. We didn't wake up in jail this morning or in prison. Shaky says, for God allowing her to see another day. Keith Graves says to be clothed in right mind. Yeah. Elaine says grace. Thankful for grace. Debbie says family. God, thank you for her family on this thankful Thursday on the morning cup of coffee. With yours truly, JR Coble. There's two things I want to talk to you about real quickly. Last night I had a small little gig. A friend invited. It really wasn't even a gig. He invited me out to sing. Oh, Felicia Anderson says mercy. She's thankful for mercy. Kelly says her morning cup of coffee with the coffee family. I love it with the morning. Yeah, I love that. But so I go to this thing last night, and Andrew tells me, he says, you have to be careful what you do and how you act because people know you. People are watching. Jen Later, good morning. Good morning, Miss Brown. Welcome to the morning cup of coffee. Hey, y'all give her a good warm welcome. I believe this is her first time on the morning cup of coffee. That's an old friend of mine, man. I went to school with her. Good morning, man. I'm glad to have you here. But anyway, my brother tells me, y'all welcome her to the morning cup of coffee. My brother says you have to be careful with how you act and what you do because there's people that are around. So last night, and this has happened several times, but it was like when we promoted it, we were pushing it and we were begging people to come out. Last night, you had a gig where I only sang for 30 minutes and there was a small little group of people who found out that I was going to be singing and at Stan's Blue Note, man. Shout out to Stan's Blue Note. Shout out to Hayden and Work in Progress company and for everything that he's doing over there at Stan's Blue Note. He was the one who called me out. And these people was like, hey, we came out to see you, man. And I was like, what? And it touched me because you have to be careful because people are watching. In some sense, in form and fashion, we're all influencers. You know, we influence people and people look to us. Whether you believe it or not, Vicky, someone's watching you. Jeff, whether you believe it or not, someone's watching the way that you move and you behave, and ultimately you're influencing them in some way, form, or fashion, whether it be good or bad, positive or negative. You're an influence. And so that just opened my eyes last night. You know what I mean? Just it was a beautiful situation. So again, shout out to Hayden for having me out at Stan's Blue Note last night. Beautiful venue. This guy, he did awesome, man. He turned that place into. He created a vibe, man. I wish I would have got some video of it, but I believe there's some out there because people were recording. And if I get it, I'll put it up. I may put that on the mailing list. So if you're not on the mailing list, you may want to get on the mailing list because there's some pretty cool videos that only the mailing list people get that are on the JR Coble music list. Now, let's get to it. So, there was this kid. This kid come from a pretty good family. Good morning, Carrie Don. Welcome to the morning cup of coffee. This kid comes from a really good family. His dad was pretty well off. His mom was pretty well off. The family was it was almost the Cosby Show perfect family. Excuse me. And the kid was given several opportunities to succeed. Several. This is all a true story. And no matter what job opportunity or situation he was given, he would fail. He would fail. He had a stream of failures, a list of failures where he had job opportunity after job opportunity that he would it would crumble. Everything that he touched for some reason would just freaking crumble. His dad knew people, so his dad was able to put him in situations to where he could be profitable, to where he could succeed and flourish and bloom. And situation after situation, job after job, handshake after handshake, person after person, meeting after meeting, contact after contact. He failed. He continued to fail. Years later, another man sees this kid successful. He's successful. Good morning, Miss Tracy. He's successful. This kid's successful. He's sitting in a coffee shop, and he's super successful. And the guy was like, man, I knew you growing up. You really did. Now he's well known. Thank you for letting it rip when you come in, Tracy. That's how you do it. He's known in the community. He's giving back to the community. His business is flourishing. And the guy says, well, what did you do differently? He says, oh, it's easy. He said, I changed the way I was thinking. He said one day he was reading the Bible, Mark 9. Mark chapter 9. It's about to get good. Mark chapter 9, verse 23, he says. And that verse starts out like this. I want you people to hang on to this, okay? If thou can believe. Y'all supposed to be going crazy over here with the hearts. If thou can believe. All things are possible to him that believeth. So he tells this man, he says, I changed the way I was thinking. He says, if you believe for the worst will come. If you believe for the best will come. Yes, ma'am. Mark chapter 9, verse 23. I want everybody to read it today. Jessica, whatever you believe, y'all got to forgive me. Simple. Simply believe. Uh-oh. We got a hashtag. Hashtag believe. Hashtag believe it. Believe for the best and you will get the best. Believe for the worst and you will get the worst. Hashtag believe it. Let's go. Say that one more time. If you believe for the best will come. If you believe for the worst will appear also. There's a saying, it says, there's two types of hashtag believe it. Let's go. Hashtag believe it. Hashtag believe it. There you go. Hashtag believe it, generator. There's two people in the world. Y'all keep it running. There's people who believe that they can, and there's people who believe that they can't. And they're both right. Hashtag believe, Vicky. Believe it. Hashtag believe it. There's situations that we bump into in our life and it'll make you feel small. It'll make you feel inadequate. Hashtag believe it. It'll make you feel unworthy. It'll make you feel not smart enough. Hashtag believe it. Dion, it'll make you feel like you're just not the man for the job. Hashtag believe it. Hashtag believe it. It'll make you feel like there's no way in hell I'm going to accomplish this. How? How? And the trick about that scripture is that Jesus asked a question. In that phrase, there's not a demand. Good morning, Kyra. Good morning, Miss Willis. In that scripture, there's not a question. I mean, there's not a statement. There's a question. If thou canst, that's King. I'm going to speak King James to you for a minute. If thou canst believe, nothing is impossible for him who that believeth. Now, those are the words of Christ. He's telling you this. He's giving you, man, you better say it, Kelly. You better say it, man. Faith greater than fear. Faith, I'm going to give y'all Andrew Whiteley on Messenger, y'all. Everybody send Andrew Whiteley a text for that shirt. Everybody who want a shirt, go to Andrew Whiteley on Messenger and tell him you want a shirt. He going to get it to you. Nothing is impossible. He going to be mad. Y'all do it too. I'm telling you what to do. Get over there, Andrew Whiteley on Messenger. Blow his inbox up. He asked that question. He asked that question. Nothing is impossible for him that believeth. Man, that touched me. And now you see this guy who was simply failing. And the reason why he was failing is because he was failing in his mind first. He was failing in his mind, and then the fact that he was failing in his mind, it showed up on a physical plane to where now he's failing in life. He's touching things and they're crumbling in his hand in life because in his mind, these things are crumbling and falling apart. In his mind, he's not getting the job done. So he's not getting the job done on the physical plane because he's not getting it done in his mind. He's losing these jobs in the physical realm because he's losing these jobs in his mind. Your relationship is going bad in the physical realm because the relationship is going bad in your mind. You haven't excelled in your job in the physical realm because you haven't excelled in your job in your mind. You haven't started to get that new home in the physical realm because you haven't fathomed it in your mind. You haven't found the relationship partner that you want in your life in this physical realm because you don't think you can do it in your mind. All the other ones have gone bad. They all lie, they all cheat, they all steal. In your mind. So you can't find one that's not doing that because you ain't found one in your mind yet. Huh? There's obstacles that you haven't defeated in life, in the physical realm, because you're still struggling with them in your mind. You haven't defeated it in your mind. You haven't overcome that obstacle or jumped that hurdle in your mind, so you dang sure not going to jump it in the physical realm. Have you ever seen those people, they get running, they like there's something that they either want to jump over or just jump over, and they'll start running to it, and then they stop and then they'll either fall into it or they'll fall over it. It's because their mind stops them. It'll stop them from taking that leap. Jessica said the mind is a terrible thing to waste. You better know it. The mind is the strongest thing that you have. That's what we're trying to do on the Morning Cup of Coffee, y'all. Seek and believe, yeah. Seek God and believe. Good word, Miss Fisher. That's what we're trying to do on the Morning Cup of Coffee. What we're trying to do is we're trying to change your mindset. We're trying to change the way that you think. Because if we can change the way that you think, you become dangerous in a good way. Huh? You become efficient and effective. If we can change the way one person thinks at a time, if we can change your thought process, if we can get you to have a paradigm shift, like what they talk about in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, if we can get you to get a paradigm shift in your mind, that will change your life. But it has to start here. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Vicky says faith of a mustard seed. And what's crazy is a little belief. Listen to this. Take this one with you before we leave. A little belief will take you a very long way. A little belief is the equivalent to a full tank of gas. Huh? A little faith is the equivalent to a full tank of gas. Dion, you better talk to me this morning. How you start that business? A little belief. Man, start this business, man. You got to get that look. You got to get that on, man, to start this business. You know that look right there, man. That's that look that I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody think. Man, start this business, man. You can. A little belief will take you a very, very long way. Man, I used to be out on the yard. Listen, I used to be out on the yard. It was times that I almost got into fights because I would be somewhere singing, Dion. When I was inside, And people just got tired of hearing it. Nobody, some people didn't, it's cool 1 day, 2 days, but I'm talking about you're out here and you're screaming and yelling for months and months on end. Months and months on end. Keith, listen, it was times when dudes would come be like, man, can you move that down there, man? We in here trying to. Stephanie Matthews, hey, y'all welcome Miss McDaniels to the morning cup of coffee. Thank you for joining us. There was times where I'd be out there singing, they come out be like, man, can you move that down there, man? We're trying to listen to Young Thug. Lights down, I'm going to be about it, depending on the lifestyle. I was like, why are y'all? You can't even understand what he's saying. And would ask me to move my area. And you know what I would do? Good morning, John Juan. Welcome to the morning cup of coffee, man. Y'all welcome my partner to the podcast. John, these people would tell me to get away from their door with all that singing. But I believed. I knew one day I would be singing on a stage somewhere. And by the grace of God, I've done it several times. Several times. Big stages. Not big stages, but nice stages. But I believed. I wrote those songs, man. And as of the other day, we recorded one of those songs, and we're going to be releasing that song, March the 4th. Ha! Ha! Huh? A little faith will take you a long way. There is nothing impossible if you can believe. He asked the question. There's nothing impossible for him that can believe. She that can believe. It's a question. It's a question. Thank you very much, Shaky. And you better go get that song and listen to it on iTunes too. A little bit longer now, man. March 4th, released. JR Coble Band. Be looking for it. But yeah, thought I was crazy. Rain, sleet, or snow. It'd be raining outside. It'd be cold outside. I'd be out there playing and I'd step in, warm my hands up. There was a time for about maybe 6 or 7 months, I practiced in a mop closet. Facts. Thank you, Tioka. Practice in a mop closet. And for those of you who, y'all know what a mop closet is. They got them in your jobs. They got them in jails and prison. They got them everywhere. In a mop closet. But I believed. Those are facts, man. True story about Jay. I should have put that on the mailing list. But yeah. Thank you, Denisha. In a mop closet. Your belief has to take you there. Your belief has to be the type of thing that where you don't despise the small beginnings. That's the second time I've heard that in 2 days, Keith. I appreciate that. That's confirmation. Good morning, Tim. Let it rip when you come in. We got a song going to be released, bro. March 4th. Today we're talking about the belief. Mark chapter 9, verse 23. Christ asked the man, if thou canst believeth, there is nothing impossible for he that can believe. It's a question. It's a question. Because the thing is not everybody can. John Juan, can't everybody believe, brother? Yes, sir. Win the day, every day. Not everybody can believe. That's why he posed the question to this man. That's why he posed the question to this man, is because not everybody can do it. Not everybody is willing to have the audacity to believe. High school dropout, ex-gangbanger, drug dealer, drug addict, 2-time loser, done over 20 years in prison. And here we are. Huh? Let's go. Here we are. Still here. Still here. Still believing. You can do it. Lord knows if I can make it to here, if I could just be here today, man, it ain't no telling what you could do. Thank you, Miss Nelson. If only you can believe. There's something in your mind. There's something in your heart. Each and every one of you are pregnant. Yeah, I said it. Men too. Jeff, you're pregnant. Dion, you pregnant. John Juan, you pregnant. Keith, you pregnant. Tim Taylor, brother, I love you, but you pregnant. Shaky, you're pregnant. Miss Nelson, you're pregnant. Tioka, each and every one of you. What up, Qua? Qua, you pregnant? Yeah, you pregnant. You're pregnant with the baby that God has given you. Lori, you pregnant. No, I'm not calling you fat, Tim. Tim says, you calling me fat? No, I'm calling you pregnant. Because God has placed a baby in you and you just got to feed it a little bit of faith. If you nourish that baby with faith, if you nourish that baby with faith, it'll grow. Yeah, Qua. It's something inside of you that wants to get out so bad to the world. It's something that God has inside of you, and he wants you to nourish it and just believe in it. Jeff, there's something inside of you. John Warren, there's something inside of you, man. It's something inside of you that the world can't wait for. The world is waiting for it. And it's inside of you. You just got to feed it. Just give it a little belief at a time. You know how you feed babies fish? This is to my black people out there. I love everybody, but black people feed babies catfish. And what they do is they take the fish off the bone, chew it up a little bit, and give it to them. Or they feed them pork chops. They get a little bit and they give it to them. You know, if you would just nourish that seed that God has placed inside of you with just a little bit of faith and a little bit of belief, one day at a time, just give it a little bit. It says the faith of a mustard seed. Just give it a little bit of mustard seed. Every little day, give it a little bit of mustard seed. And see if that baby if you don't give birth to that baby, and the world will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. A while back, Lori told me this story because, I was struggling with my career, and I still do to this day. And she says that there was an elephant and there was this dog, right? And the dog had puppies. The dog was pregnant, told the elephant, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. And the elephant said, oh yeah, me too. I'm pregnant too. And so the dog went for about 5 or 6 months or whatever, and it had puppies. Boop, popped out 6 puppies or whatever. And the elephant was like, oh my God, those are so cute. Those are so beautiful. She's like, yeah, right. Months later, dog pregnant again. Dog pregnant again. Dog pull up on the elephant and says, you know, I'm pregnant again. And the elephant says, yeah. And she says, I'm still pregnant. She's like, are you sure you're pregnant? Listen, this is for those people that are in waiting. This is for those people that are in waiting. He says, are you sure that you're pregnant? Lori says take 68 days for a dog to give birth. 63. So the dog tells the elephant, are you sure that you're pregnant? And the elephant says, yeah. Dog pops out those other puppies. Takes the elephant 2 years. Let that rip. Listen. See, you got some elephants out there we talking to. See, some of us, we're not dogs. We're not popping out puppies every 63 days. We got a big baby that we about to give birth to. We got a baby that take 2 years to grow inside of us. Dion. Man, get on my feet. Hey, we got a baby. We got a baby. I'm supposed to get on my feet, y'all. We got a baby that it take 2 years. That it take 2 years to get out of us. Let me stand up. Talk to you people this morning. So if your baby or your dream ain't popping off like the people's around you, and you see your homeboy, he started a business and now he got another business. He just opened up a barbershop and he got another one open up on Hughes Street. You see your homegirl, she got a hair salon and she doing her thing. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Keep feeding your baby that faith. You keep feeding your dream that belief. Keep feeding it to it. You keep feeding that dream. You may not be a puppy. Tim says, I'm a lion, baby. You got lions out there too. Some of us are elephants. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to give birth to this bad boy. And when it come out, it's going to be huge. It's going to be birdie walking. You know, it's a baby. You're going to have to keep pushing it. You're going to have to pick it up off the ground. It's going to be some stuff that you're going to have to jump, some hurdles you're going to have to jump over. You're going to have to keep feeding it. It's a baby. God has given each and every one of you a baby. A full-blown baby. You got to feed that baby. You got to nourish that child. You pray until something happens, but you work as if everything depends on you. The work is the equivalent of your faith, Miss Kelly. Your faith is only as good as how hard. Let me say this here. Let me say this here. I want y'all to remember this. Let this rip after I say this here. Let this rip after I say this here. Your faith is only as good. It's only as, I want to make sure I say it right. Your faith is only as strong, as hard as you're willing to work. You're supposed to went crazy. Y'all supposed to went crazy. You're supposed to went crazy. Your faith is only as strong as hard as you're willing to work. You show me, I tell you what you do. I tell you what you do, Jen later. You show me how much you believe in it by how much work you put into it. You show me how much you believe in it by showing me how hard you're willing to work to achieve whatever it is you're trying to do. Dion, prove it to me like that. Hey, Jeff, where you at? Jeff, show me that you believe by how hard you labor. Tim, you better say it. Tim, I'll jump through this phone on you, Tim, right now. Faith without work is dead. I wish I could just come. Our podcast going crazy this morning. Let's go. You show me how much you believe by how hard you're willing to work. I'll believe it then. So me and Andrew struggle with this thing called the click track. So whenever you, okay, I can sit back down. Whenever you're doing music, I'm gonna figure it out, y'all. Whenever you're doing music, there's this thing, and it's called a click track, and it keeps you on time. It does this, right? And every song that you've ever heard started out with that, whether it was fast or slow. Every song in the world that you have ever heard has started out on that click track. Well, that click track will let you know just how good your metronome. You're right, Keith. That metronome is called a click track. You know, when you're in the studio, that click track will let you know just how good your rhythm is. Right? Do you? Right? He says old school. Right? That's where it all starts, man. Click track. They go in and ask you, well, how fast is this song? What's the beats per minute? The BPM. For 2 months, the first time we went to the studio, that click track beat me and Andrew up like nobody, like we stole something from it. That click track beat me and Andrew up like we stole something from it because we just hadn't been. You know, we hadn't been doing it. We just been playing. So, 2 months straight, we're on the phone. Wait, what you doing? Oh, man, practicing to the click track. Yeah, me too. All right, a couple days go by. Man, what you doing? Man, practicing on that click track. Yeah, me too. What you doing? Oh, man, I'm going to kick back for a little bit and do a little click track practicing, a little metronome practicing. We went into that studio a few days ago, and that work that we had put in because we believed that we could get it done, it showed up on that track. He dropped that click track in. I was like, okay. The first time it took off, I was kind of nervous because, you know, there's musicians in there. This is the same recording studio that Erykah Badu was in. Snoop, some more other people. I forgot who all else was over there, and some really big names. And so I'm nervous in this studio. I'm like, man. And they put that click track on. Good morning, Mauricio. You late, but you here, baby. They put that click track on, and the work that I had put in, the work that he had put in on that click track, paid off. We did that song in 4 takes. As a band. I sang it once. One take, Jake. I sang it one time. I love you, Mauricio. Thank you for joining, baby. You show me how much you believe by how hard you work. And when you change your mind state to receive the fact that you can and stop thinking that you can't or thinking that maybe, get rid of maybe. There's no such thing as maybe. Either you are or you're not. Either you can or you can't. There's no such thing as trying. Trying is an honest lie. Right? Either you are or you're not. Either you can or you can't. Either you will or you won't. But I'll tell you this. Whichever one you believe, you're right. It's up to you to figure out exactly which one you believe. It's up to you to figure out exactly which one do you believe. And the word of God, Mark chapter 9, verse 23, says that if you do believe, there's a question, if you do believe, there's nothing impossible. Nothing. I don't care where you come from. I don't care about your family background. Your mama was on crack. Your daddy was in prison. You was in prison with your mama and your daddy. I don't care if you was an ex-drug addict, an ex-drug dealer, ex-gangbanger, ex-prostitute. I don't care what you was, who you were. Jeff says, get out of the boat. But if you get out of that boat, Jeff, and you believe that you can, I promise you this, you will. The reason why I can promise you that, is because that's what the word says. That's not something that I'm just throwing at you to sound good. No. This is reality. This is real life stuff. Jesus said for a fact, he told me this. He says that if you can believe, there is nothing impossible for he who can believe. That's what he said. And I'm the one that's going to hold him to his word. I'm the one that's going to hold him to his word. I love you people. March 4th, be looking for the single. When it hit, man, y'all better play that thing all day and share it to everybody on your contact list. I am not playing with y'all. And if you don't, I'm going to come find each and every one of y'all and I'm going to give you this look. I ain't going to do nothing. I'm just going to give you that. And then you're going to be like, what's that for? I'm like, you know why. You didn't send it to everybody on your contact list. Let me see your contact. Let me see your text history. If you ain't sent it to 10 people, I'm mad. Let's get it, man. The year of the fearless. The year that our faith is greater than our fear. Huh? The year of I can. The year of I will. The year that we forget the word maybe or trying. The year that we delete that out of our speech context, out of our language. We delete those words. Let's delete them. March 1st, man. Amarillo, Texas. I'm talking to Amarillo, Texas, okay? If you are in Amarillo, Texas, we need to get out and go vote. It's time to go vote. County Commissioner, man, JR Coble, Senior. Zone 4, Precinct 4, whatever it is you want to call it. Go find his name and put your ballot in for him. Hey, let's rush over there, man. Get that done. Matter of fact, I may be in Amarillo here pretty soon holding up a sign. So if you want to come see your boy, come holler at me. I'm going to be down holding up a sign. Precinct 4, getting people to vote for my dad. So it'll be a good chance for if you want to come see me, you want to come tap in, say, hey, take a couple pictures or whatever, talk. If I got time, we go get coffee. I'm the man. You better know it. We go get some barbecue. Positive vibes all day. You're right, Ms. Nelson. I love you people. Do something good for somebody. Vote Warren Douglas Coble Sr. at the polls starting March 1st in Amarillo, Texas. Apple Podcast. If you haven't heard the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, go get that. It's called Morning Cup of Coffee. It'll have my picture on there. You may have to go to Morning Cup Coble or something like that. Let's do it. You know, we definitely do that. I'm going to get down there, though. So, man, come check me out. I'll let you know exactly where I'm going to be. I'd love for as many people to come out, not only to vote, but I'd love to get photos with all you guys. Just share the love, man. I may have some shirts that I could sign and give out, whatever. I've had to do that once. It was pretty dope. No, twice. It was pretty dope. Yeah, let's do it. I love you people. God bless you. Do something good for somebody today. And thank you for joining the Morning Cup of Coffee, man, with yours truly, JR Coble, Mr. AKA himself. Call me whatever you want to call me. Just call me and I'll be there. God first.